Good morning. Today is Friday, April 6th, and we have to start the day off with a song because it's Lisa Short's birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lisa. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. I love birthdays. Did you know that about me, that I love birthdays? I would ask of you some prayers for a friend of mine. Her sister is ready to pass. And just some prayers that God will meet her in heaven, and show her the way. So it'll be a smooth journey, I guess. She's just, they're just, I don't, whatever. Prayers will help her get in there quicker, I think. I was going to go for a walk this morning, but, I'm being really lazy today. It's nice out. I mean, it snowed a little bit. There's snow on the grass. The sidewalks look pretty clear. I went out to put some mail in my mailbox, and I thought, it's kind of nice out here. But I have housework I got to get done. I've been putting it off too long. And so I'm going to do that. And I might get a walk in this afternoon, but, washing the floors, cleaning the bathroom, vacuuming, blah, 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 getting the laundry done. But I have, because in the weekends, I just, I don't work. I am retired, but the weekends, I don't like to work. It's just been ingrained in me. When I was in retail for so long, I never had weekends off. When you're in retail, you don't have weekends off. And so when I got a regular, well, it wasn't 9 to 5, it was 6 to 3 job, that I just really relished my weekends off. And so I would, even then, I would come home during the week and do my work, housework, so I wouldn't have to do it on the weekends. Like, no, didn't want to do it. No, can't make me do it, because I'm not going to do it. Dana Carvey. I was channeling Dana Carvey right then. I love my time in retail. I really did. The only thing I didn't like is when I got transferred to this one particular store, which was really far from me, and I didn't want to go there, and I didn't know anybody. Well, I did know one person, and it was just a matter of, I told you the story in the past that my store manager was having an affair with someone from another store and wanted her close by, and so I'm the one that got screwed and moved to another store. But the people when I first started were kind of leery of me because they weren't really treated really well. And especially their full-time people. If you're a full-time person in retail, you do have some special perks. You do have a set day off. You do have set nights that you work that you always know. You have set weekends. And for some reason, they weren't doing it at this store. And and when I came in, I had a meeting with all of my employees. And I had told them that that's what I wanted to do. And then I had a meeting with the full-time people first. And we figured out a schedule. They still couldn't believe it, because I told them because they had such a high call-in rate as far as calling in sick, and it was because they couldn't, if they had to make a doctor's appointment or something, they they couldn't, they had to take what they could get or whatever, and so I had the meeting with them, and then I figured out my schedule accordingly. And then I had a meeting with the part-time people and had them pick out a day that they really wanted as their day off. And, I tried to arrange it so that everybody, even part-time people, had a weekend off, because there's just something about a weekend. You just want to have the weekend off. You just want to enjoy yourself on the weekends. And my productivity in my department, and I'm not doing this to brag, I'm just thinking it just shows if you treat people right, they'll treat you right back the right way. And I had the best attendance record. I had the highest sales because people were willing to do the sales. And, they were there. I didn't have to worry about covering a register because somebody always did show up. Not to say that occasionally somebody did call in sick. You can't help it. If you wake up sick, you're going to wake up sick. But they were able to arrange their schedule around as far as making their appointments for their kids and things like that. And it was so much so that people from other departments were asking to transfer into my department. And so, silly me, I was taking them if they wanted me. And then we had managers meetings every week, and the other managers were complaining to me because they were losing some of their workers. And I tried to tell them in a nice way, but like the new kid on the block, you got to watch what you say. And I probably didn't say it right, but they kind of got mad at me because they said, they're just employees. And I thought, no, they're people. They're just like you. And even when I was bringing it up at the managers meeting, I said, like, okay, Debbie, do you have a day off? And she says, well, yeah, Thursdays are my day off. And then I said, well, how about you, Mike? Do you have a day off? And he said, well, yeah, Saturdays are, every other Saturday's my day off. I said, you all have a day off. You all know what night you're going to work. Why can't they have the same respect? I know I'm preaching. But anyway, I did hate when the store did go out of business. And, Montgomery Wards, they went out of business. But I treated my people right. And you know what? I think that you treat somebody nice, they're going to come back, they're going to treat you nice. And I have no regrets. I really don't. I really, really don't. The only thing that did get me mad is I did find a thief in my department, and she had stolen almost, before I got there, and I could document it, $75,000 worth of merchandise. I always thought it was so odd that she never wore the same outfit twice. She was always helping other people pay their bills. I mean, she was just like, oh, Rita will do it. Rita will help you. Rita. And I thought, this is kind of suspicious. And my friend who worked in the office could see it happening, and she didn't like that it was happening. And so she kind of led me in a direction without telling me outright. And I found it. And we went to court. And when she went to court, she looked like the poorest person in the world. She didn't have a dime to rub, 2 dimes to rub together. She didn't have her hair done. She wore these old rags. She didn't have her nails done. She just looked, pathetic. And they let her go. I had to go downtown Detroit, which was out of my way, like for 4 different trials, because it kept getting postponed. And then no repercussions. It just didn't seem fair. It just didn't seem fair. It didn't seem fair to all the other people in the department that were so hardworking. And obviously, the store manager fired her, but it was just, I don't know. Well, that took a turn for the worse, didn't it? I was trying to be perky. But I love my time there. I love my time at Montgomery Ward. There's not a job that I had that I really didn't like. I mean, there were jobs that were monotonous. I told you about I think I did. The only one, I had one boss that I didn't really like. I worked on a line, and you held a big stack of parts of the book, and as the book line went down the line, you'd put you take the part of the book, and you'd put it down like on that, the pages. And I had to go to the bathroom so bad, and you couldn't go to the bathroom unless it was your break. And I kept saying, I gotta go, and he wouldn't go. And so finally I made it to the bathroom. And when I came back, I picked, not intentionally, but maybe subconsciously intentionally, I picked up the papers the wrong way. So when I was putting them on the thing, I was putting them upside down. And I didn't notice that till the end of the day. And I never told him. So I'm sure that if you ever get a book that was bound in 1981, and the pages, like you're reading and you're on page like 52, and then all of a sudden you're upside down on page 103. That was me. I never told him. I just never told him. I thought, you should have let me go to the bathroom. Then I wouldn't have been so, worried about everything. But I wanted to thank Stacy Spencer for this book. I read this in an afternoon. And it's 299 pages, I think. 300 pages. A great read. It really was. It was an easy read, and by when I say easy read, I mean it's like it didn't have a lot of plots and twists and characters you had to remember. The characters were pretty much introduced at the beginning, and as they were introduced along, you didn't have to think back to like, oh, wait a minute, was that in chapter 2 they introduced that? No. I want to tell you though, the father, I couldn't have put up with him. I'll just give you that little teaser, but she was a respectful daughter, and for that I'll give her props. But it was a really good book, and I thank you. I'm on to the book that Bobby sent me. I'm going to be reading that, probably going to start it on Monday. I'm pretty lazy on the weekends. So let's get on with my day. I'm going to be very diligent about what I eat because I don't want to have too big of a gain tomorrow. And I've already resigned. I'm going to have a gain. I'm not having a problem with it. I'm going to go to my meeting. I'm going to put it in my book. And not to say that I'm going to go crazy today, because I'm going to stick with my plan. I stuck with it yesterday. I'm going to stick with it today. And, a little bump in the road, little detour. I shouldn't have took it. I took the wrong detour. You know how sometimes they give you more than one detour? I took the wrong one. But no worries. On to the next day. And that was yesterday. Or that was the day before yesterday. So, okay, sorry I babbled on so long. Talk to you guys in a bit. All right, the last of, well, not the last of my berries. I still have a couple strawberries and blackberries left, but I'm going to have that for my breakfast. So I started my day with a prayer. I drank 50 ounces of water. My quote is, sometimes you get the results you want, sometimes you don't. What matters is that you did your best. I didn't do too well a couple days ago, but I'm back at it. So it's 0 for my eggs, my berry, banana, grapefruit, tea, and water, and 1 point for my 28 grams of turkey pepperoni. It's a 1 point breakfast, so I have 23 points left for the rest of the day. And I haven't really been that hungry today, but that's the rest of my salad from last night, and I had made an extra piece of chicken and the tea and the water. My dinner's only 1 point, so it's a 2 point day. That's not good. But like I said, I'm not really that hungry, but we'll see if I eat something else later on. Maybe I have some nuts or something. Well, I never got my walk in today. When I did go out there to walk, it was so windy. And it was so windy that my bird feeder and my bird house keep connecting and then unconnecting and then connecting and then unconnecting. So I'm going to have to move the hooks a little bit around tomorrow when it's not so windy. Thank you so much, Carrie, because it's snowing right now. She was wishing all that snow on me. But it's not supposed to stick. But it's coming down pretty hard, so I'm hoping that it goes away. I don't want all the snow she had. And a big, big, big congratulations to Anita Johnson, Chit Chat Paddywhack, because she got her 50-pound charm today. I knew she could do it. I just knew it. I just knew it. She kept thinking she was going to have a gain, and then she did lose 0.8 that brought her to her 50 pounds. I know I'm going to have a gain, but I'm not worried about it because I'm in a whole better frame of mind, and I'm going to accept it, and I'm going to move on, and I'm going to be good. Yeah. I'm, everybody gets those little down periods, and I had mine the other day. At least it only lasted a half a day. Long enough, and I know I went crazy Sunday and I think Tuesday. You know how bad I was the other day? It was after I closed my video out. I was eating my bunny that I told you I was going to have for Easter. And I thought I had broke off a piece. I break off the pieces and I put them on my stomach. Isn't that silly? But I played them like on my belly or whatever and watched TV, and then I was just like eating my bunny like that. And this was the day I was feeling so down on myself. And I went and I got my pajamas on. And I came back and I was sitting and I thought, oh, that bunny went fast. It really went fast. And it wasn't until about a half hour later I noticed something on the floor. This shows you how bad I was. On the floor. And it was the other part of my bunny. And with no shame whatsoever, I picked up that piece of chocolate and still ate it. And it was well beyond the 5-second rule. It was like on even past the 5-minute rule. That just shows you how down in the dumps I was, that I didn't even care. I ate that bunny, and even he had been laying on that floor for probably a half hour, 45 minutes. But guess what? I lived. You have to eat a peck of dirt before you died. And I think I've had that peck of dirt, at least with that bunny. But no more bunny. The bunny's gone. And I'm not going to be tempted by him again. Not till next year when I get another bunny. Wasn't that a shameful story to share? It just shows you I'm just like everybody else. Oh no, I don't think most people would pick up a bunny off the floor and eat it. I was just desperate. Desperate for chocolate at that time. Death by chocolate. That was my, if I would have died from eating that chocolate bunny right then because of the dirt, I would have been a happy death. I don't want to die. Oh, that sounds terrible. Oh, well, now I'm just digging a hole deeper. I got to go. So I see you guys tomorrow.